I don't think you guys are going to like what I'm going to say.
Okay, no, say it. Be for real. We need the truth.
Yeah, we need the truth.
We need the truth.
I feel like men bounce off of what they think women want, young women.
Okay.
Now, there are a lot of young women that are very homophobic and do express their toxic masculinity. And I feel like that is what men bounce off.
Oh.
And then men act in a way to and push it even more. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say.
But then where? No, break it down a little bit more for the people then.
So let's just say you're a woman, you like a masculine man that's very in tune with his masculinity, doesn't do anything to make you question his sexuality at all.
Right.
And you experience a man like me, for example, and you express a view to me of what you like and your partner's there. Your partner is now going to kind of feed off of that and express their homophobia and toxicity.
So you're saying, do you think that women have pushed homophobia more than men?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I actually made a video saying that women are more homophobic than men.
I actually... I totally understand what you're saying, because I do think that women can really push a very stereotypical kind of misogyny line, and then men will pick up on that. I actually
society loves masculinity. They love it.
Yeah. And it's not just from men.
Yeah. And to the point where that if you do anything, it's like, oh, you're gay, or you're not a man.
And
that's why men are so, because when men are around their boys, they do things that would actually make women question their sexuality. Real male friendships are very open and very loving and very
it can be
intimate.
Yeah.
So, but if a woman was to see that,
I want to push back. It would
be like, whoa, red flag.
I think I want to push back because I think I get that. I think I understand that absolutely. I feel like we're reacting because we live in a patriarchal society. I think we're fighting it now, and we're maybe pushing into a bit more matriarchy. But generally, the world was built on the back of patriarchy, right? And everything was about for white men, it's like the cowboy, that kind of masculine form and way of being, and anything outside of that form. So that's been pushed on everybody. So then women, especially women that have been put in a position where you've got to be soft, docile, subservient, but then and the person you've got to be subservient to is a alpha man, the typical. So how is it they pushed it when it's been pushed on us?
What you mean?
I specifically said young women.
Not older.
No,
younger.
I actually think older women are worse.
I don't think it's worse, but yeah, go on.
What I'm getting from that is, and I can see this play out.
Yeah.
Like, a man will think that he needs to represent his masculinity so much in front of a woman that they end up being extremely homophobic.
Yeah.
And it's like, you don't need to do that. And toxic. Well. And you don't need to do... I understand what... I totally
I see it amongst... Do you know why I'm pushing back? Because I see it amongst men.
I don't know if I necessarily blame the woman in that equation, I think. But I can see... I have seen definitely men feel like they need to be like beating their chest in front of a woman just so they don't look like they're homosexual.
But I don't see it as they could... For a woman, it's like they want to attract the woman. So I don't see them like... I've never seen it as, okay, their thought process is, let me be like this because they might think I'm gay. Because I don't think maybe the newer generations where they need to be more definitive because there has been a lot more fluidity and openness to gender sexual blurring. So maybe that's why you're saying younger. So if you're saying older women are worse, I'm like, I have never seen that. I think homophobia, sure, especially based in religion and stuff like that. But just as a man trying to church a woman, it's like you trying to get the woman and that's it. I don't see them thinking they might think I'm gay. Because usually it's like posturing for their men. Because like I've said it, I want to make pause enemy of progress. I can't stand when I hear grown men saying pause every 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Because like if I say something, I'm going to slide in that, pause. Like, fuck off, man. Relax.
No, like, calm down.
Be confident in who the fuck you are and what you're saying. Why do you have to pause? Why for that? Oh my God, that pisses me off. But that's around men. They don't do it around women. But
they do it around women as well. Like, if you think about it,
I don't get it.
If you think about how lots of men are socialized by their mothers to be who they are, that's a part of it as well. Like just the doting on boys, that the girls have to do more. It's like it starts from there. Like women will hold up misogyny, like how
I believe that
will hold up racism.
Yeah.
You ain't even got to do it. I think actually in proximity in groups, they're definitely, if there is one girl or two girls in there, I think the posturing that can go on can be co-signed by the girls. And even if you just think of dating, that there is such a thing as like more women will be like, we are not going to date a bisexual man.
Yeah.
I think it's factual, actually, when you look at it. Misogyny is actually held up by a lot of women.
I'm saying misogyny, because there's two different things, homophobia and misogyny.
I'm saying they go in this...
And toxic masculinity. So it's I think there's a...
You kind of co-sign it all.
I get it.
The toxicity of it all. I think it actually, yes, women partake in this and can uphold the standard and also don't see it as being that toxic when they're in certain spaces.
Yeah, I think
when you're around masculinity, I think a lot of girls are kind of like, no, but he's just being a man.
Yeah, I think there's complicitness. But I just don't... But yeah, go on.
On the topic of masculinity, because I was even thinking about this the other day, it's like, why are masculine presenting women accepted, but feminine men are not accepted?
Yeah.
How do you...
Accepted by who?
Society.
But masculine women aren't, especially if they're straight.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not.
I think they are.
But then again, different perspectives. Because as a person who sometimes I've never really been accused of being masculine, but I'm conscious of having kind of harder features or something maybe. So I always felt a little bit like tomboy, and I leaned into being a tomboy, and I'm never like the pretty dolly girl. So I don't, and it's not, and it could be a bunch of things, but I think masculine black women especially, whether skin tone regardless, they're not accepted in that same way. I don't think so.
Or you mean like they have more representation, like you'll see them on TV and things? What do you mean accepted?
Darko, for example.
Okay.
But she's a stud.
Yes,
that's what he's saying.
That's what she's talking about.
But then. Okay. So who's a feminine presenting man that you feel isn't accepted?
I can't actually think of one in hip hop or anything on music. Who would that be?
Lil
Nas X.
Okay,
and they come for him all the time for sure.
Saucy Santana. Even obviously, there's a scale of what femininity is deemed as.
Yeah.
But a woman would look at Lil Nas and say he's very feminine, even though he's not Saucy Santana. But he's still under that umbrella.
He would be under. Okay.
And I feel like women can they get off scot-free for being...
I don't think... I'd love to have Darko on and ask, because I wonder how Darko's navigated. I wouldn't... I don't know, man.
I don't know if I agree with that.
Know.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah.
But is it also, I'm not in spaces, so I don't know.
And that's it. Like, I can't really comment on... Well, I can comment, but I don't really know for a fact.
Yeah.
But I think... From what I see on my very little limited level is I think that they get a lot of problems as well.
Then you're accepted.
But Lil Nas is a multi, and Saucy Santana I think is successful. No,
but Lil Nas is struggling at the moment.
At the moment because he's done the most.
But Darko has been thriving from the beginning, from her first successful hit.
But
I think she's been. I think that she's accepted.
But she presented as
around all the boys and whatever.
But she presented as feminine first, and then she eased into being more. Yeah,
but I remember she took the wig off and everything.
Yeah, it's like she had her first couple of hits, isn't it? I think there's one of. I would think that Darko's journey might not have been as easy as possibly we're seeing it, and I don't think the world is absolutely ready for a masculine superstar or a feminine presenting superstar like from the other genders. I don't think the world is 100% comfortable. I do think there is a conversation where I'm going from the male perspective that there's more acceptance of lesbians than gay.
Yeah,
obviously,
definitely.
Like, there's that challenge is there to be friends with a gay man. Oh my God, I must be gay. Like,
and it's this weird thing as well with men, isn't it? Like if they think about two lesbians and they think they can get involved.
That too.
Yes. There's a fetish aspect.
Yeah, it's like, let me come to the party. No, they're lesbian.
But it's very interesting though, because like the toxicity levels, I do think even within that kind of like lesbians being accepted, there's women that co-sign that as well, and men will feed into that. There's something in this. I think there's something in it.
I don't think you're wrong, but I just don't see it But then again, you said it's younger people, isn't it? So
no, but it's interesting.
Very complex. It's very. I don't even understand it sometimes. I don't know where I fit sometimes, because there's days where I was having a conversation like with my followers, and I feel like I am quite masculine. I don't walk around with, I don't know, like a bloody pink tutu on and bunny ears. I'm like, I'm still a man. There's things that when I wake up in the morning, I grab my balls, I hold my hand in my pants. Like there's things that I do that would deem me as masculine. That a completely feminine man would not even dare doing. But but to a woman, I am still like overly flamboyant. I don't know.
Okay.
It's so hard to explain.
I want to go back to that, but
I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I think I know what you mean, because I'm gonna hate him out. My brother's gay, and he doesn't say he's queer. My brother's queer, and he isn't overtly feminine at all, but he also likes to, probably he's not. You wouldn't call him masculine, but someone would look at him and be like, "Oh, yeah." But
no, I'm not saying that But that's the problem for me. It's like you're either masculine or feminine. You can't have elements of both.
That's why I'm mentioning him, because he would absolutely say he's both.
And the perspective of men. That's why men steer away from doing certain things, because getting your nails done, like a man that wants to keep his nails tidy.
Yeah.
Oh, no, my man can't do that. I like my man a bit rough, and I like my man with a bit of dirt under their nails.
No,
just
thanks.
But I want, and that's where it's so interesting when you have different walks of life.
Yeah.
Because in my world, it's less women saying that. Yes, women, we do, like, I know I'm going to date. I probably wouldn't feel, actually, I think I have dated someone who's a bit, but I probably would have a sit down in a moment with a guy if he is overly attentive to certain things that I have been trained to understand as being feminine actions, or that he might be leaning into another space. So then I would question that. And when that episode of Insecure came out, when Molly was saying that she wouldn't date with the bi guy, I would have to question myself. Like, I don't know if I'd be comfortable. I don't know. I haven't never had to be in that situation. So I think but I see more men having the issue about someone doing their nails. I'll be like, my brethren, me and you can go and do our nails. I'm not going to judge you on that.
I think a lot of things are based off of stereotypes as well.
Absolutely.
And
that's
I'm a person that I differentiate characteristics from gender and sexuality. They're all different things.
Sure.
Okay.
So gay men don't do this.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
There's no rules.
So that's where my issue comes. It's just like, if a man wakes up one day and says, "Oh, I want to dye my hair pink," he shouldn't have to his sexuality shouldn't need to be questioned.
Yeah, what's it going to do?
He doesn't need to be a model to have to do that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
where did this? So you've had I say luxury. I'm going to put the positive on it. You have the luxury of being from you are LGBTQ, right?
Yes.
And you've had the luxury of having that perspective and having to grow up and find yourself in that space, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So what are the benefits of being from a community where these rules don't hold you back?
Okay, if I'm being honest, in the LGBTQ plus community, it is still very toxic. There are still people think that there's gender roles in same-sex relationships.
Yes.
Right.
People think that if you do a certain thing, you must be a bottom, you must be a top. Like, there's all that rubbish.
Yeah.
But obviously, I've been dealing with my sexuality for 10 years plus now, and I've gotten to the point where even with dating my partner, people look at us and think, how are you guys together? Like, who's the top? Who's the bottom? Oh, how are you both wearing makeup? Like, and I'm just like,
oh my God. There must be a masculine.
Yeah, there must be a man, and there must be someone that
Yeah.
acts like a princess. And I'm just like, we're
It's
both
not
women.
that.
Yeah.
There's no role. If I wake up one day and I want to take over something, that's how I'm feeling that day.
Yeah.
But it changes. But I am very big on femininity with women dating men, and that women should carry a lighter load, and the man should look after a woman.
But then someone will say that's toxic. Someone would say that.
No, I don't think so.
You think
I think same sex is just, we're the same, but
There's roles.
But for a man and a woman, there's roles. That's what I think.
Someone would say that what your take is toxic. Some would say that.
So you're saying, yeah, in a way.
They would say that because there's women that are fighting against that because people like even maybe Tracy Ellis Ross is saying, I'm a successful woman, I've done my career, and I don't want to date a man that's going to tell me that you be here and be subservient because we're meeting each other at the same level. So the roles are different. So if there is gender roles.
Well, it's if you want to.
Yeah.
It's if you want to. But I do believe if a woman says that I want to live a stress-free life, I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and I believe that women should be able to do that.
And a man should be the provider.
Yeah.
For that.
On the flip side?
There's no flip side. Two men can't.
No, on the flip side, as a woman being the provider for a man.
No.
So then someone will say you're toxic.
What?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but okay. I come from a 2-parent household. My mum was the breadwinner under our household, and I saw the weight that she had to carry.
Yeah.
And I would never wish that on any woman.
I hear it
because I feel like if my mum had a softer life in her marriage with my dad, she wouldn't live the way she lives in this survival mentality.
I hear it.
She's got to do everything and make sure everyone's happy, and yeah. So I wouldn't wish that on women. I'm sorry.
So you think that men carry that better? Like generally, men can carry the load a lot better than a woman.
I don't think they can carry the load better than women, but it's about being transparent. If one day or if 1 month you feel like, babes, work is piling up on me, or I can't bother to drop you to the mall, or whatever the case is, you're allowed to have some time off and the wife pick up where you've fallen short. But I do believe a man should be a provider.
So in that, when if you're saying you're frustrated with and this is just a question, if you're frustrated with people looking at same-sex relationships and asking but if you've got two men and you're saying without the presence of a woman to take the load, then that's a question that people would be confused to ask or compelled to ask.
No, it's not. There's no confusion. It's that we're both men.
But then we are
both men.
Yeah, as brethren then in that kind of dynamic. Because I think people but people, I guess, if you want to have some insight to understand, there's ignorance and there's just understanding how it works, because there is this conversation that men need to be the providers. So if you're both providing but then there's women that's like, yeah, I want to be that rather than this. So
I believe in same-sex relationships. We both need to provide. We both need to get up and clean. We both need to get up and wash the dishes. We both need to...
See, I believe that in all relationships.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Because women go through a lot. I'm not saying that men don't go. Women go through a lot, and women carry children. Not all women, but the majority carry children. That's something that no man can do. We'll never be able to understand. I'll never be able to understand what a period is. I'll never be able to understand your boobs hurting. I'll never be able to understand these things. I just feel like give women a break. I'm for the women, but that's the stance that I'm coming from. I'm for women. I will always be. So, yeah, I believe that they should lay back and kick their feet up.
I mean, I appreciate that. I absolutely appreciate it. But I understand. But I appreciate it. Who's your enemy of progress in life? Who's your enemy of progress? People, place, or thing?
I don't want no problems.
Oh, God.
Listen, we want problems always. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never completely watched one episode, but I don't even want to say his name, but...
Go on, say it now. Say it now.
Young Spray.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a minor.
That's fine.
He's
here regular in the bin.
We've always got him in the bin.
He lives inside of it.
Oh, yeah, but it's just... I
totally
don't
fine.
want him to be calling me up and saying no craziness, because I ain't got
time.
No,
the aunties will defend you.
If he calls you up, if he says anything, we don't give a shit.
Yeah. No, but
literally.
He's always in the bin.
He's always in the bin.
Why?
Because he is the canvas of toxic masculinity.
Yeah. I hear it.
Epitome.
Like, the way he speaks to the women on his podcast, the way he discusses topics, the way he spoke about Antho, I was like, wow. And this is everybody is accessible to having a platform. It's just, it's just crazy what type of language can be blurted out of your mouth
Sprayed.
and there's no consequences. That it just is so triggering.
Yeah.
And then watching women, because remember I said I'm for the women, watching women go on this man's platform and sit in front of, like, the fact that you even go there, you're enabling this behavior. And for me, it's just, you can't. He could be don't get me wrong, off cameras, he could be a great person, but the fact that you actually get on camera with the amount of following, viewership that you have, knowing that there's impressionable teenagers watching you and thinking that, yeah, this is what a man needs to be, and I need to talk like this to get girls, and he can talk like this and girls still come on his platform, so that must mean that I can talk to girls anyway and they're still going to respect me. It just infuriates me.
I hear it, and we've said it many times.
I concur.
That's a light one. That's a light one for us.
Yeah.
And it's like I think I've only come across him in like the last few months, but because again, the videos are going viral. Other people are having conversations about some of the topics and things that are happening on his platform, and I'm like, people are just. And for example, you could be scrolling on TikTok one day and you could see a video and a young person can think, because this video has got 1 million views and 10,000 likes, what this person is saying is true and right. Yeah. That's how some people think.
Yeah. It is.
There's
especially
no other...
young, impressionable people as well.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, yeah, I'm just not for it. I can't lie.
Does.
Yapping away. But, yeah.
Good yap.
Oh, we want you back again.
Just say when. I'm here.
Got it. Don't go nowhere.
Daniel, got it. Amazing. We love you. You're amazing. Thank you so much. Oh, where can the people then find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms, literally every single one, under Gode Philip. That is GUHDEHPHILLIP.
Got it.
Whatever answers you're looking for, you will find it on my platform.
Okay. Yeah, coming. All right. Thank you, guys. That has been Extra Aunties. We love you. Thank you for supporting. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Oh, that was lovely.
Oh, it's going to be making you super late.
It's okay.
Okay. Okay.
I
lovely.
need to actually run to the loo.
All right, let's go to the loo, then we take a picture, then you can